How would you like to triple your income overnight? Well, if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll tell you exactly how I did just that, and perhaps you can do the same thing. But before we get into that, I'd like to share some timeless wisdom from the wisest king ever to have lived, King Solomon. King Solomon says in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 5, "A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel." Solomon would go on to say in Proverbs chapter 21, verse 17, "He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich." And so what I hear King Solomon saying in those two passages is simply this: highly successful people educate themselves, while highly unsuccessful people entertain themselves. Now, I know what some of you might be saying. Well, that depends on how you define success. Well, let me be clear in this video. The way in which I define success is simply this: living the life that you want to live. Living the life that you want to live. Now, there's some people out there who have settled where they are and have convinced themselves that where they are is where they actually want to be. But the truth of the matter is, most people around the world are not living the lives that they actually want to live. Most people have just settled where they are because for whatever reason, maybe they feel like it's too hard to do the thing they want to do, to become the person they want to become, to live the life they want to live. And so they've accepted their lot in life. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to settle for where you are. You can absolutely live the life that you want to live. And so what does that look like? Well, that looks like simply what King Solomon said, right? Highly successful people educate themselves. Highly successful people spend time learning the skills, developing the skills, becoming the person that they need to become in order to live the life that they want to live. It's literally that simple. It is quite literally that easy. Now, when I say educate yourself or educate themselves, highly successful people educate themselves, I'm not necessarily talking about schooling or going to school, getting a college degree or anything like that. While some successful people did that, received the education they needed through schooling, right? Schooling is not the only place. I would say in most cases, school is not the place at all to get the education that you need to become the person that you need to become. And so what do I mean when I say education? Well, again, you may have to go to school, but in most cases, you can just go to your local library. And now, right, we have these Google machines that call cell phones, right, smartphones. And so a vast amount of knowledge and information is literally at the end of our arms, right? Is literally at our fingertips, right? You can educate yourself various different ways. You can read or listen to books, right? You can go to what many call YouTube University, right? Many people have learned how to do things, task around the house, fix things, repair things just by going to YouTube. There are all sorts of ways that you can actually educate yourself. But unfortunately, many people, right, escape the current situation that they live in, the current condition of their lives, by simply just entertaining themselves, right, in the form of watching TV, binge watching, whatever their favorite show is on their favorite streaming platform. Many people spend hours upon hours doing what we now call doom scrolling, right? Just scrolling endlessly through Instagram or Facebook or what is the other, TikTok, right? All of these other platforms. But at the end of the day, none of that is actually serving you, right? None of that entertainment is actually serving you. Millions, perhaps hundreds of millions of people just recently watched the Super Bowl, and millions still are talking about the halftime show. While it was very entertaining, while it was very intriguing, there's been lots of of subsequent videos about all of the messaging contained, right, in the halftime show. But the truth of the matter is, regardless of that, it was just entertainment. It was entertainment for entertainment's sake. Now, again, there was some messaging and some symbolism there that could potentially be valuable to somebody. But at the end of the day, what people did on Super Bowl Sunday was watch other individuals live the lives that they wanted to live, right? Watch Kendrick Lamar and Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and all the other football players and entertainers, because that's all it was entertainment. People sat down for 4 or 5 hours and watched other people live the lives that they want to live. How did those people get where they are? Those people spent time educating themselves, right, in the arena that they wanted to participate in the industry that they wanted to be in. Entertainment, sports, right? They're also commentators, right, that are getting paid millions of dollars to live the lives that they want to live. While millions, potentially hundreds of millions of people anesthetize themselves, escape their own existence simply by sitting down and being entertained by those people who had educated themselves to the point where they are living the lives that they want to live. And so I said to you at the beginning of this video, I was going to share with you how I tripled my income literally overnight. Well, if you haven't figured out by now, the way I did that is simply this: by educating myself, right? I changed and transformed from an entertainment mindset and mentality to an education mindset and mentality. I have spent over the last several years reading as many books as I can find to become the person that I want to be, right? Am I there yet? Absolutely not. But I am well on my way, right? I'm moving in that direction. And I encourage you to do the same thing, right? Eliminate the entertainment value in your life. I'm not saying that you should never enjoy yourself. You should never spend time relaxing. But what I'm saying is, if you spend more time entertaining yourself than you do educating yourself, then you're doing it wrong. And you will never live the life that you want to live. I'm saying and suggesting to you, don't convince yourself, right, that you are living the life you want to live simply because you have decided that it is too hard to do the thing that you need to do. It is too difficult to become the person that you need to become in order to live the life that you live. Oprah Winfrey didn't become Oprah Winfrey simply by entertaining herself, right? Michael Jordan, Neil deGrasse Tyson, you name the quote unquote successful person, I will tell you and show you a person that has spent time educating themselves. Doctors, lawyers, judges, mayors, governors, you name it, entrepreneurs, all of those individuals spent time educating themselves. And they avoided or sacrificed the entertainment value in the moment so that they could live the life that they want to live. And so I say to you, let's take the timeless advice of King Solomon. Highly successful people educate themselves. Highly unsuccessful people entertain themselves. Which one are you? What are you doing? Are you educating or entertaining yourself? The job that I currently have has tripled my income. But I didn't get this job simply by entertaining myself. I spent time educating myself, getting licensed, and as some of you may know, right, I graduated from college with a degree in behavioral science. I spent time learning a skill, developing myself, and I am not done, right? I am well on my way to becoming the person that I want to be so that I can live the life that I truly want to live. But none of that happens without educating myself. Again, I say to you, you cannot and will not live the life that you desire to live until you spend time educating yourself. And so that's it. It's that simple. That's how I tripled my income literally overnight. Now, I'm saying literally overnight, but the truth is, as you all know, right? It wasn't overnight that I got a college degree. It wasn't overnight that I received a license through the state of Missouri, right? But it was all of those things that enabled me to come to the singular moment that tripled my income. I encourage you to educate yourself so that you can become the person you need to become in order to live the life you want to live. And as we always say here at Greener Pastures, when your grass is green, there is no need to look on the other side. God bless.